It's the Fantasy Football Playoffs, baby!
I'm in! Me too! And guess what? I'm beasting you!
You're going down, Paul! Oh, no, you're not! I'm going to crack your nuts.
I'm gonna snow your balls!
We thought we'd get some little excitement with this Christmas music in here. And, everyone needs a little Jesus in their life.
Nothing like a rocked out version of Angels We Have Heard on High.
Hopefully I'll be singing Points I Have Heard on High later this weekend.
As you watch how high my points go.
I'm nervous about it.
Oh, it's going to be good.
But first things first, I mean, we got some big news not related to football.
That's right, even better.
But one of our fantasy football players, maybe the number one seed. Oh, we have a big play in the game. I don't know what happened.
Live streaming the football game.
Oh, an interception. Anyway, the number one seed, Dennis Kelly, and the number, I don't know what her seed, 10 seed probably, Kate Kelly, have welcomed in a baby girl. Congratulations.
Woo! A real life baby in a fantasy football world.
So it's looking pretty good that there's going to be a kids fantasy football league coming your way in about 5 to 8 years.
Let's see, between our fantasy footballers, we got 9 from the Allen family, 1 from the Sparing household. So that's at the 10. Dennis has 2, which is 13.
How do you get 10 plus 2 is 13?
What did I do there?
I don't know.
10. Yeah, you know what? I'm an accountant, but I don't have my 10 key. I don't have my Excel spreadsheet.
Those extra ones, they just fly around. So that would be 12, Tom.
There's no one else. Maybe I was subconsciously adding in that has a baby yet. No.
No, I can't think of anyone. So 12, that's a good number.
12 is a perfect number. So no one else can have kids. Stop having kids.
The end. So yes, it is now Harper and Haley in the Kelly household, and Dennis will likely spoil the crap out of them for the rest of their lives.
Well, congratulations and enjoy.
Good thing that Dennis has a first round bye.
Yeah, that's right. Good timing on that one. And Kate has some time to not come in last place.
Or her mom-mobile
will have a license plate that's on a different mom-mobile right now.
And has been permanently affixed to that car and not looking very promising.
No, she's starting in the position to just sit there and get it again. She's going to need to invest in some...
It is a three-peat if she pulls it off.
Yeah, it'll be the first time we've had a three-peat in our league.
Yep.
All right, what do we got here?
Should we just get into it?
I think so. We are bringing back...
Oh, the Bears got a touchdown.
The Allen Family Madness Bracket Challenge.
Pew, 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 pew.
Last year, I offered up a $5, I think it was $5.
Who got it?
Starbucks gift card, which...
Wait, you got it?
I had, I think, an almost perfect bracket, so I won my own gift, so no one got it. So again, beat the commissioner style.
If you can own a $5 Starbucks gift card?
I can get one.
Okay, he can get one. He might make it $4.99 because he can't count.
Or I'll add $1, make it $6 because I've added extra numbers today.
That's true. There you go.
All right.
He won't be a cheapskate.
Yeah. Who wants me to do your taxes for you? I'll start adding numbers in the wrong places. But
Dennis and Kate might want that gift card. They'll probably need some caffeine after all this. Yep.
So I'll do $5 Starbucks, and if there's someone like a Peter, someone who doesn't really like coffee, although his wife likes coffee,
his wife.
So
yeah,
we'll stick with Starbucks again.
Yep.
So beat the commissioner, and we filled out our brackets last year. I think we had maybe 2 entries. Peter submitted one, and maybe like a Michael Sparing or a dad, someone. So not a great showing.
Hey, did we invite?
Guys.
Did we invite a guest picker tonight?
We did. And
our father, apparently, for as amazing as he is in front of talking to people, cannot talk to a computer screen. Go figure.
It's a big audience, you know. It's the whole internet. There's millions of people out there. He's not used to millions of people.
We found his weakness, his kryptonite.
No, but it's good to be back, Mike. We've
Speaking of kryptonite,
not filmed a video since draft grades.
life is busy. We didn't even do a contenders pretenders this year.
We didn't, but really, it's because we didn't need to. Because contenders would have been the entire West, and pretenders would have been the entire East, and you would have been about 80% accurate with that.
Yep, I probably would have been pretender, but here I am,
snuck in,
a contender for now,
pretending your way into the playoffs.
Someone's got to do it.
All right.
So let's start with the buys. Dennis is the overall number 1 seed this year.
Shock.
So credit to him. He was very clear to point out via text this week that we may have criticized his running back selection.
Oh.
And
well, when you say we, what you really mean is you. Because I don't think I criticized it.
I'm just pulling you into this.
Yeah. My grades were actually mostly good.
So Dennis, I think for the first time ever in our league, is the overall number 1 seed. So credit to you. Your
first or second? Because there was the year him and Bobby's teams were going nuts. If you remember, that was like 2 seasons ago.
I still don't think he finished as the 1.
He might not.
So good job, Dennis. I'm pretty sure we're making fun of you for originally picking a better team for Kate than you. I do remember that.
Yes, we did. Well, actually, you said that.
Oh, okay. I'll stop saying we. I said Tom was clearly thinking that you were the number 1 seed from the get-go.
Deep down.
So good job. Congratulations. You earned the week off, but it won't feel like much of a week off with 2 kids now.
And underlying storyline, Dennis seeking his first Allen Family Madness championship.
Let's go with our number 2 seed, who also has a bye, who was looking like probably would be the overall number 1 seed, but had a rough end of the season.
Yeah.
Billy Grape Tools.
Good old Grape Tools. Went from I think he was at 8-1 or at least 7-1.
Yeah.
And has since finished at 9-4.
Yeah.
So went 1-3.
Coming back to reality. But hey, he's got a bye to figure it out. He's the number 2 seed. And our bracket's really bizarre. So the way it lines up is he could face the number 3 seed while Dennis faces he could face the lower seed in the 6th seed while Dennis faces a tougher round. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's just a weird bracket setup.
Yeah, he's had a few injuries that have slowed him down, but
he still has none other than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that's right.
What's Showtime Mahomes?
Showtime Mahomes.
What a lame nickname.
Very lame. So Billy seeking his second fantasy football championship this year, and last time he won it, he did it as, I think, the 6th seed, so a little bit different position this year.
And he went on a big streak.
Yeah, that year he started real low and then shot up. This year he started real high and is trailing downwards, but he got that bye, so
it can stabilize. We've had a good streak of number 1 and 2 seeds making it to the championship.
The last few years, we've kind of gotten rid of that whole 5-6 seed thing winning the championship. There was a streak there for a little bit.
There was. It was like the NFL playoffs. For a while, the 5 and 6 were getting to the Super Bowl, and people were like, maybe that first round bye ain't such a nice thing. And now, 1 and 2 seeds get to the Super Bowl. So, hey, we're like the NFL. We keep shaking the screen. There's earthquakes going on everywhere around us. You wouldn't know it, but there's aliens outside right now.
They're building a pyramid.
We're through the 1 and 2 seed. So let's go to the 3-6.
3-6. Why not just get right to it?
This guy is the 3 seed. Just kidding. I snuck in as the most even team you can coming into the fantasy football playoffs at 6-6-1.
The 3rd time in Allen Family Madness history, we have had a team finish with a 500 record in our odd. We played 13 games. It's tough to do to end with 500, but we've done it 3 times now. I was one of them.
I'm one of them.
I did not make the playoffs that year. So
shed a tear for you.
6th seed, but 8th highest. It's easier probably to go the other way. fifth lowest scoring team
Whew.
in the league getting into the playoffs this year.
Just all that matters is getting in. I have a chance.
Snuck in. But I will say, from a points scored perspective, just to get a little AFM funbers going on here,
Yeah?
the top 5 highest scoring teams are all in the playoffs right now.
Wow.
Unlike in years past where we've had like a third or fourth highest, that's dropped that. Top 5 highest are in the playoffs, and they're seeded in the top 5.
Right.
Not the perfect order, because Kristen's the highest scoring, and she's at the 5th seed, which is kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
But it's like the first time I think ever we've like actually gotten the highest scores in the top instead of this weirdness where we have like Dennis that one year was like the 10th highest scoring team in the league, and he was like a 4th seed.
Yeah.
So things are evening out in AFM.
Kristen's team is cooling off a little bit too. I had her as my championship pick, I think, midway through the season. All right, so 3-6. I am kind of chalking this one up to the fact that Thomas, Lamar Jackson, and Aaron Jones. So I think I called the Jays over the DJs with Jackson and Jones, and I have DJ Chark and DJ Moore.
Baby Chark.
So, yep, Tom, you get it.
I usually try to be a little modest in these videos.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going Topple of Doom style, and I plan in the first round to take my opponent, grab him, rip his beating heart out of his chest with Lamar Jackson. And everyone else on my team who's just has any chance to explode. I have yet to have a week where my team top to bottom really explodes.
Hey, me too.
But I'm still averaging like 92 points a game without that because Lamar gets me 30 every week.
Yep.
So this week, it's going to be big.
I think we faced off in the playoffs before.
I'm sure at some point in time.
I think I won last time.
So last time we played the season, I put up 124 points on you or something. This week's going to be even bigger. I'm going 130.
I hope that you get 130 and I get 150.
To 62.
I'm going to get 150.
Your team is just going to fall flat on its face.
It doesn't help when your top 3 fantasy players have not played for about half the season. So I am in trouble. Yep. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't say that, your team isn't amazing. So, 4-5 seed.
4-5. We got the Krakens against the Butchers.
I went back and forth on this one, but in the end, I just think Kristen has a better team. So I have Kristen kind of pulling the minor upset, so to speak, in the 4-5 and taking it to town.
She is a team that has also struggled with a lot of injuries throughout her season, except her main person, probably like Dalvin Cook, but her quarterback's gone down at times. Her number 1 draft pick, believe it or not, was David Johnson, who's barely even in the NFL anymore. And despite all that kind of craziness, she had a really deep team, a lot of wide receivers every week. She's like, I don't know, which of my 8 do you think I should start this time?
Seriously.
And she's built just a solid, deep team to swap players in and out all the time with a stud in Dalvin Cook leading the way. And got all the way to the number 1 highest scoring team. So with that, release the Kraken. And I believe they will just chomp right through the butcher block.
I think this matchup comes down to the quarterback. And if Matt Ryan can hold it together for Kristen, she'll be all right. But Bobby with Russell Wilson depends on how he does against the Rams, because it's the Russell Wilson Tyler Lockett connection on that side of the field.
He's running it. Yeah, he's gonna live and die by the Seahawks. Although he's running out Noah Fant for his tight end this week. Which, hey, I'm a Broncos fan and all, but I'm not afraid to criticize. That's a bad decision. I mean,
all right,
don't do it.
But tight ends suck right now. There's like no good ones.
Tight ends this year have been just brutal.
That's correct.
Like the 5th highest scoring tight end in the league probably averages like 4 points right now.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. So
that turned my season around though when I traded the Ecklers to Kate for Mark Andrews, and my season has been Incredible. It's been tight end-like. So which one are we doing first?
So this is how it looks so far. Dennis had his bye. He meets up with the Krakens. The PPs fall to doom.
Hey, we have the same matchups.
And then Chubb goes in there. I guess we do. Apparently, we're both on the same page, except different
now it's going
pieces
to get
of paper.
crazy.
So now, what do we got here? Okay. Little Dark Side versus the Krakens. Who do you got?
I was tempted to put an upset in here. But I figure Dennis just had a baby. He's on a bit of a magical run with his team. We haven't talked about how incredible his team is because we haven't had any videos to keep focusing on it. So Dennis has missed out on a lot of the fanfare this year. And I think the number 1 seed is going to take out the Kraken.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Tom, did you maybe give your wife a little bit of a lift into the Super Bowl?
I feel like you're trying to play on words, but
I feel like I was too, but
I don't know idea. I was like trying to analyze it. But the Kraken versus the Dark Side
gift her into the playoffs?
Are the two highest scoring teams in the league. Kristen, number 1. Dennis, number 2.
So what you're saying is this might be a Super Bowl preview? The winner wins the Super Bowl?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I was going to say, no, it's not a Super Bowl preview. They can't both make it.
Sorry. This is the real matchup?
This is the Super Bowl. Whoever wins this really wins the league this year. We've just decided.
Yep.
You get the trophy.
We'll just leave you out of this.
No, I mean, they've both had a good run. But, you know, people might call me biased. Especially when I gave her a B for her team, and now she's the highest scoring team. So apparently I wasn't biased enough. I should have given her an A.
True.
And I'm going to continue
every year
with that bias. And I'm going to send her through to the next round. And not just because of bias. I just think Dennis's team has the potential to throw up some stinkers with, Dak is one of his main quarterbacks so far tonight. Has probably like 3 points.
He did start Brady against no one.
And Brady, who's, 45. So I'm going with the Krakens. I believe in this team. They've almost averaged 100 points per game. It's hard to look
I don't call it bias. I call it love.
Call it love? I call it facts.
All right. So Tom and I differ. The 2-3 matchup, Billy has to face off against his former college roommate, Tom Allen.
That's my name.
What are you going to do about it?
In case you forgot.
I have soured on Billy's team because of their end of the season stumbles. Like I said, think Tom's team is gaining momentum with Aaron Jones and Lamar Jackson. And yes, Billy's got Patrick Mahomes, but Jackson's rocking it more lately. So I went with Tom.
Nice. I appreciate the vote of confidence. Well, Kristen and I have not been in the playoffs together for the last 4 seasons. Last year she missed it. As we all know, my struggles for 3 straight seasons where I missed it. So all the way back in 2014, when we had a colicky baby, we somehow made the playoffs at the same time.
Was that you?
That's right. Which is so whiny. So, if we're going to both make the playoffs, we're going to do it right. And I'm going to send myself through over Billy to the championship.
It's talking a big game.
Allen Meadow Hill family championship.
If Tom and Kristen make it to the Fantasy Super Bowl, they will be hosting a Fantasy Super Bowl party.
Wow. I could do that. That'd be worth it. It'd be exciting.
Do you have Red Zone?
I don't, but maybe I can get like a free trial or something. Do they do free trials at Red Zone?
Then I guess someone with Red Zone will have to host a party with both you and Kristen present, sitting next to each other on the couch, just glaring at each other as the touchdowns roll in.
That'd be exciting stuff.
The drama.
So that brings me. I don't want to give away the
All right, now we're at the championship.
So just to recap, in case we've forgotten, Kraken and Doom for glory.
And I have the Dak Attack versus the Doomsters.
Oh, the battle of Harrison Ford glory.
Ooh.
Star Wars versus Indiana Jones themes.
I didn't even think about that.
Wow.
There we go.
Which would you pick if you had to pick Harrison Ford playing it? So not necessarily the movies and total.
Right, just the
Does
character.
he play a better Indiana Jones or a better Han Solo?
Dun, dun, dun. So, on that
You're not gonna
theme,
pick?
I will.
Oh, okay.
Just like my prediction, I think Han Solo is a better character than Indiana Jones.
Wow, interesting.
How's that for a hot take?
I think I'd put my vote outside of fantasy football to Indiana Jones. I mean, he's the lead character in the movie, and
True.
I mean, what a great franchise Star Wars is as well. But I mean, both characters are amazing. You can't really
Incredible. So that's it for our hot take. Now, moving on to the championship. Dennis versus Tom for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had to go chalk on this. And I think Dennis is going to run the table. I think this is his season. And because of his newborn child, he's going to be super amped up. He now apparently gets to go watch Star Wars in the movie theater by himself since he won his bet with his wife about the baby being a girl because they didn't know. So, hey, it's looking up, man. I think this Christmas is all about the Dackmeisters.
See, all those things you just rattled off to me, you know what they sound like?
Qualitative bullshit.
Can
I say that?
Because we can't show this video to the kids.
Sorry.
But
Did any kids
they
watch
all
this?
sound like a big distraction. A new baby, running out and seeing a new Star Wars movie, lack of sleep. I mean, if anything, just based on your championship thing, I think I should win. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
But in mine, which I do not have Dennis, because I took him down in the prior round.
That's true.
Sorry, Kristen did. Kristen took care of him for me. Thank you, honey. Now I don't have to worry about it. Although, Kryptonite, I am Dennis's Kryptonite because of his losses, half of them come from this guy.
Wow.
That's right. I took him down twice this season out of his 4 losses.
There you go.
So,
Third time's the charm for Dennis.
Beat the team 3 times. So I had Kraken and Doom.
And we know what Tom loves.
So we have said it time and time again in Tom Talk. Always vote for yourself. And what's in my best interest is happy wife equals happy life, baby. Release the Kraken! Sending her on to become, or to receive her first AFM championship trophy.
And would it be the first female in our league to win?
Oh, what's that noise I just heard? Oh, there's a glass ceiling shattering. It would be the first female to win a championship, not the first female to make it to the championship round, because she did it already.
We had one season where all 3 females made it into the playoffs.
That is true.
And then they all were eliminated in the second round.
I think last year we went way the opposite direction in a world of Me Too movements and whatnot.
Yep.
And we did not let any of them in the playoffs.
We were meanies.
It's not very nice of us.
Please forgive.
But this year, we'll finally have it. Kristen, she was the number 1 scoring team all season.
Keeping the trophy in the sparing family, so to speak.
Yeah,
Stealing it from her brother from last season.
She's been a consistent scorer. She hasn't had too many dud 60-point weeks or anything. She's always maintaining around 90-ish points. And that's what you need in the playoffs. You need that consistency.
Yeah.
I know I was the 1 seed one year. My first game I got to play, 56 points.
Did you know Kristen and I were 1 point either direction of eliminating each other from the playoffs? Because when we tied 105 to 105. If I would have won, she would have finished at 6-7 and not made the playoffs. Or wait, she would have.
I was going to say, she would have been fine, man.
Because of her points.
Yes.
Never mind. Pretend I didn't say anything.
But what's even crazier is not to make him feel too bad about it, but Greg Zuerlein missed a 41-yard field goal. Well, Dave lost by 4 points, which if you add those 4 points for the field goal and the one for the miss, you would have eliminated this guy by a single point.
Tom's math got better as this video went on.
I did. See, those were the numbers I pre-thought of. The ones I try to do on the fly don't go too well. I was never good at flashcards, you know.
Congratulations, we made another almost 30-minute video about
We did.
6 teams.
But wait, we're not done yet. Because there's 6 more teams.
Oh, no.
And I'm not saying we need to talk about all 6 teams.
But which
the
is
losers bracket
who's
is something
likely to
be
lose?
discussed. So here's one of my bold hot takes for the losers bracket.
It's probably not going to be too bold.
For the third straight
Not very bold.
year, Dave Sparing will win the losers bracket. I mean, he is the champion
of the
this
NIT.
thing. He really is. He's the NIT king. He's set up good right now. He's in the middle of the pack, which means he can jump up pretty easily.
Yeah.
And then try to hang on he doesn't have to maintain that top spot for 3 straight weeks.
Wow.
Ooh, if you have Anthony Miller, I hope you played him.
If you have the Dallas defense, I hope you didn't play them.
Kristen did not. Already making smart decisions.
She did marry you.
That's right. So that's my bold prediction for the winner. My bold prediction for the loser.
Is also Dave Sparing?
No, you can't do that. I don't know.
I think
It's a team that started off, she was 3-1 to start this year and has now ended 4-9. So she went 1-8 across the last 9 games of the season.
And currently Zeke has 13 points.
So she's not looking good for this week. She's running out Ronald Jones as her second running back. Dallas Goedert's her tight end. Chris Connolly's a flex. This team, Ryan Tannehill.
It's disaster written all over it.
Let's the rules in place. I did announce it before the season started. If you get the license plate 3 years in a row, it's a permanent fixture. We buy a new one for the next year. So,
oh no!
Make it permanent, guys. She's going down.
I have little hope. I think my wife is going for 3 years in a row. The only thing that can bail her out is probably not much.
There's some decent teams in the losers bracket.
Maybe stock up.
He is running out Kirk Cousins.
It just takes one bad week.
Well,
all right. We'll see what happens. We'll keep following the excitement of our Allen Family Madness Fantasy Football Playoffs to the champions of our league in the top 6. Good luck. To the losers, just keep losing except my wife. That's all I ask.
I hope you enjoyed our return to the silver screen. Good luck to all in the playoffs, except for this guy next to me.
I was wondering what you were going to do.
Going out with some Rudolph now. Always the best reindeer, am I right? All right.
See you later. Peace.
Merry Christmas.